Hello and welcome to another video on this channel. Today I am back with just some normal ODDCORE runs. And for today we are going to be running Overthinking with Fan and Pistol and with Dash and Grapple. So yeah, actually I've tried we are running Yoyo and Fan. I have tried to record just some normal runs. But I've been getting corrupted button every run. And then I attempted a speed run and then failed every time because the run wasn't good enough. So yeah. Quite annoying. And this has happened to me 3 runs in a row. I hope it doesn't happen on this one. Because then I'm probably actually going to lose my mind. Okay, let's go to the time room. For this run, I think we are going to take most watchers we see. Yeah, maybe also something that you should keep in mind while learning this game, or yeah, just in general while playing. Yeah, the watcher is overall going to be statistically is going to be good. He has more good outcomes than bad ones. Let's take fire here. And yeah, that's something you should keep in mind is when you learn this game that it is quite important to also learn how to play around the watcher. And yeah, just deal basically you should be capable of taking all the watchers you see and them all giving you something bad, because that is something that theoretically could happen. Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not going to take if you feel like the watcher is only giving you bad stuff, then you're going to stop taking the watcher. But in general, you should learn how to deal with a bad watcher outcome and taking the watcher in general, because overall it will make the game easier. That's the thing. Just keep that in mind. And we don't have a watcher spawn. Sad. Yeah, what I personally don't like taking the watcher as much, but if you look at it, it theoretically is optimal to take the watcher for most runs. Yeah. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're new to the game or just want to learn it. I also suggest that you take the watcher early, because early you're not going to be as punished to have taken a watcher. Enemies don't hit as hard. Yeah, so the watcher is not going to be that big of an issue. I should have gone to the time room again, by the way. But I can do it on this variant. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, the problem with having one tax and then getting tax reduction is that's not gonna do anything, because when you enter the time room, you're gonna get it's just going to stay at one tax. That's the thing. Yeah, but here we go, which makes sense definitely, but yeah, it's just kind of sad. But 1 is definitely less than 2. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not really punished for that. I've lost what, 9 health? I think a little bit more, but yeah. This is just not an issue. Healing is really effective. And okay, no, actually I'm wrong. I'm at 0 tech. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know that. I'm just... Even though I've played this game for like such a long time, I still can't remember things. It's really bad. Um, yeah, if you're like asking me why I took fire, even though I'm like currently not using it, it's mostly for the future or in case I get the corrupted item. Because also the other items like camera and weren't that great. I'm just going to take the breastplate because I kind of need max life, to be honest. Let's just get red and green here. Yeah, but this is not looking too bad. How did that miss? That's crazy. Yeah, by the way, I should honestly, if you're especially like on the really early variants, you should be using fan. Um, because it's like really easy to just clear the early variants with fan. I'm just using Yoyo because I haven't played Yoyo in a while. Oh, back there's a shrine. Something that you should also do is like not just instantly eject. You should always check at least for like 5 seconds in case there is like a shrine spawn or a chest. Because it's yeah, you just miss out on a lot of or like a decent amount of value if you like don't take them. Okay, very good. No, we don't have anything here. Let's just go. Yeah, our damage is not great. Let's just throw out a soul here to get some extra burning. Bro actually using Bro actually using the items he got. Rare. Really rare. Yeah, but I think against the UFO it's especially easy to just like throw the fan bubbles at him. Oh, that's good. So what is really good now is to get ice on the yo-yo, because then we basically get an insta-freeze. That's really good. So yeah, I mean we could do that. That would be kind of boring to be honest, but I think it's quite rare that you get the lightning string for the yo-yo. I feel like it's a relatively rare weapon mod actually. I mean, you could have gone to the time room to like guarantee ice early, but I don't think we need it. What I think is really actually also like a decent item on Yo-Yo is the explosive knuckles, as it works on the Yo-Yo. Um, this would be 14% damage, which I don't think is that great. Um, let's take green, and maybe let's get an item because our we have the sword. Yeah, that was not really worth it. Should have gotten a red upgrade. Yeah, I think something that is also like interesting about the fan is um like what kind of I mean what element would you choose on the fan is the question here. Um because in itself the fan has a really decent base damage. And like I mean I think I took like often I took fire and nuclear. But then you're mainly going to spread it with the alt because with the main fire you're not gonna do that much with the debuff. So if you're planning on using the fan manually, it's actually a relatively good weapon for lightning. So yeah. There was like also a video idea I had, is like doing weapon guides. Like then I'm going over elements and maybe little text or something with the weapons. But those videos would probably require a lot of work, actually. Um, out of if I just like get in game and talk about them, but you would still have to add like images and stuff so that you understand me. So yeah, that would be quite a lot of work. Oh, I need to go to the time room. I nearly forgot that. That could have been bad. Yeah, that is something that actually like happens quite a lot to me is like when I'm playing the game and I'm talking, that I then like forget the time. Which can be really bad. Um yeah, something I suggest is like often suggest is like that you basically keep your time above 2 minutes because otherwise it can be like quite dangerous to get like a really bad error variant. Especially like the really vertical one is really bad. Yeah, and there's the ones that are really big. Let's the corruption here. Good. Very nice. Do we have a watcher? Not in this direction. Don't think so. Did I saw something back there? I'm just checking. Okay, no. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to the time room again. Yeah, in this case, you don't really need the hourglass. Like, it's not going to do that much for you. But I think in this case, it's fine to take it. I mean, doesn't hurt anyone. Okay, nice. Now we basically have our combo, which can like insta-freeze enemies. Sadly, there's no cloner. Is this a double damage angle? No, I think it's an item. We could get more time cap. We could increase burning damage, which I think is fine. I think I'm just going to get burn on the fan. That seems fine. Or like I'm just going to inflict burning with a soul, and then yeah, just that's gonna be wouldn't also be too bad with the execute. The problem is that I can't really spread the fire if I only have it on the soul. Is the thing. Oh, there's a watcher. Hi, Mr. Watcher. What can you offer? A gift. Interesting. Ooh. Actually, I don't know how the hourglass affects it, but let's take it. Interesting. Okay, so my time is not gonna go down. A question I had is if you like refill time here, but it probably works like that. So the thing is now we don't have to yeah worry about time. It's now mostly like it's kind of crazy because like this item it's going I know it's going to like take away one of your HP per second, but for that basically you don't have to worry about your time like ever again, which is definitely like really it's worth it. I will say it's completely worth it. Now that's checked. Error variant is fine. Um like what I would do if I pick this item up is like get a little bit more extra healing, or yeah, just really look for those healing items because they are going to be really important. Um and there's a watcher. I think we can take him. Interesting. He doesn't take you. It doesn't really take you down to like 1 HP. Oh, okay, that's good. So we have bubble split on impact is really good if we would go for the fire. Which we can do definitely, but I think 200 per damage, 200 damage is too much to say no to, especially if we're having the insta freeze. The question is if Earthshaker would be more. Also, can we? I hope that the wording on the Earthshaker gets fixed in the next patch, as it's just normal damage. I have that information from the from a death, so I hope it's true. Yeah, I don't know. Like eventually we would get more value out of this, I think. Okay, so if I fill up my time here, okay, it's plus 10 HP, but it's more than if I would just use it on my feet. Okay, actually I can choose manually. That's quite cool. And also I'm regenning, so I'm not going to lose any time is the thing. And maybe I'm losing like 1 every 10 seconds, I think. I don't know. Yeah, but let's just go for a bit of green, red. Because I kind of want max HP scaling is the thing, because I'm scaling with it. But I should take a considerable amount of reds. Yeah, but maybe, I mean, we could also go for like true, because we didn't choose the bubble split up. We can just go for lightning is the thing. Lightning is going to be really good with the fan, especially like with the bubbles. We can probably burst bosses like kind of crazy. And let's just get 2 more yellows in case we can't spend anything. And just go next. Yeah, like the thing is, I'm not going to heal, like not really anymore. That's like the problem. Like I don't really have any natural healing now. That's maybe like the problem with this item. Let's just quickly get deal with this variant. Oh wait, this is actually dangerous. Let's quickly try to fill up our HP. Yeah, I mean I can just probably like stall a bit because these things like don't deal any damage. Yeah, I really need more healing. I don't know if there's an upmart after this, I think. Yeah, like with the freeze we're dealing crazy amounts of damage. Very good, we got it. We can heal to full HP. Oh, that's great. And we are going to get the upmart, okay. I wasn't sure if it's also there after the second boss. Gadget range isn't that bad. Let's take the fire rate. I think here I'm going to take 2 greens. I feel like I need them, to be honest. And now I'm going to get lightning for the fan, so that we have a really good option. Okay, it's flower collecting time. Yeah, this is also something a variant that you can do like really easily with the fan. You have to be careful if you do them if it's like a really late sunflower collection, because then you're going to also like suck the really big enemies, which is going to be quite terrible. There could be a watcher spawn. I'm only going to check down here. Nope. Yeah, I'm not going to do this with the fan. I can't. It's really bad. Yeah, but I feel like time is HP, HP is time. Like the item, I think it's really good for hard mode, but it's not that great for only like a variant 50 run is the thing. Which is like the main way I play the game, so yeah, it's all right. I mean, not having to worry about time is kind of nice. But you're just going to need way more healing. So I think it's like also if you have the setup, then it's actually like kind of great to take. But if you don't, it's awful. Hello. What can you offer? That also cuts my HP. That's sad. That's really not nice. But at least I should be positive region-wise. How? Okay, didn't miss. Let's throw out some bubbles here. Yeah, I think I'm like really not using my gadgets enough is the thing, but like I think melee weapons are really relying on you using like movement gadgets to get close to the enemies and the shotgun also. But like range weapons don't need them. A dash is nice to have, but I think movement gadgets, to be honest, are kinda overrated. But that's just my opinion. I know they are cool, yeah, but um from a combat perspective, you wouldn't need them. Is the thing. I would probably always run at least one of grapple or dash. I mean, I would probably still like always run, or like if you're like sticking to the same gadgets, and you're running like a range build, I would probably always run grapple because you can get the freeze mod, and grapple also just solves all the parkour levels for you, which is kind of nice. Okay, this would be quite good for the yo-yo, and I think it's better than this. Yeah, so let's take that. And honestly, I think it's two greens again. I really need them. I just need the regen and the armor is the thing. Because I'm like not getting great healing items in the shop. Like I'm still kind of waiting for maybe some lifesteal. I think it would also be like cool to have an item that synergizes with lifesteal, or basically like if you heal from lifesteal, then you're going to do something crazy or something, I don't know. Maybe I would try, or like what I would do is rework the syringe to be an item like that. Basically, if you heal with lifesteal, um, you're going to deal like 200% of the healing you did as damage or something. I don't know. Um, I really don't know how I would balance it. In that case, it's a little bit harder. What are we getting? Green cards is alright, not great, but fine. Let's get 2 blue cards so we can buy an ice upgrade. Oh my god, what is this? What am I doing? No! I didn't get it. No, man, that's sad. Yeah, that is maybe something like the grapple hook feels a little bit clunky in some cases because you can't grapple onto something and then really go around things without wiggling. I guess what I could have done is like let go of it and then get my like air movement back, but if you're like grappled to something, you can't really move during the grapple. Or like you just can't really do it so that it really changes the trajectory in which you're going is the thing. Yeah, but grapple movement is also something to be like learned, I think. Also, what justifies the amount of green upgrades I'm taking is that I scale with max life. So basically I'm getting 20% of damage additionally to my 2 green upgrades is the thing. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, it's still a lot worse than a red upgrade, but it's something. That's damage. Why am I getting so many parkour levels? It's kind of crazy. That's nice. Crit chance. Max HP, yellow. That's it. Okay, so 2 more variants until the boss. Where's the old going? Okay, very good. Green cards is alright, it's not great. Ooh, we have a lot of melee damage here. Okay, so this is like probably going to be a full-on Yoyo run. I'm sorry, fan. But I'm not going to be using you that much. Okay. Yeah, so okay, now we basically have two regions, so we are positive on healing. So now we are basically at a point in which we could pause after like every room and region to full life without spending any souls. Yeah, but that's boring. Okay, oh, there's a watcher. Yeah, what can be really dangerous if we get souls depleted, but that's not gonna happen. All right. I guess it happens. True. I mean, I could have just waited. What am I doing? Like, actually, I could have just waited. Um, until I'm like back to full health. What am I doing? Yeah, they hit, but they don't do like any damage. It's kind of crazy, you know? Oh. Um. Yeah, let's be a little. Oh wait, I have a lot of souls. Yeah, then that's completely fine. Let's heal up. Oh wait, you can also take some cards here. Yeah, but I think it's kind of weird. Also, I'm really struggling with the principal recently. I don't know what it is, but it just feels like I'm taking way too much. He's dealing way too much damage. But I'm also like playing stupid is what I'm realizing. So yeah, I don't. It's weird. Okay, he's dead. No problem. Yeah, the principal is definitely like quite dangerous. Because he can just constantly, relatively easily hit you and is making you go like into really limited space with a lot of enemies, which is quite dangerous to be honest. So yeah, that's the main thing there is. Okay, we got a watcher. I don't see one. Okay, nice. Nearly done with this one. Yeah, what is kind of crazy is that the freeze multiplier, if we get like currently if we get a natural crit, we're going to deal like 1,000 damage, which is kind of busted. Oh, no. I appreciate an apple. By the way, how much? I'm okay. I'm at one tax. Very good. Yeah, like our card problem's completely solved. What I'm kind of missing is blue cards, but that's a problem for the future. This is 50 damage for the Yoyo. That's nice. Let's just take green and red. Very good. Yeah, what I'm still looking for is a good healing source. Um, but the thing is, like, as long as we have 3 souls, we can just basically stall infinitely is the thing. So, yeah, we have our get out of jail for free card. Okay, very good. Okay, the blob is spawning. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to be honest. We can definitely deal with a corruption. Corruption is not the problem here. Even though I think actually like with HP is time and time is HP, this corruption is definitely a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, but like if you have a little bit of green upgrades, corruptions are literally just a joke. They're like really, they're just a joke. We have full souls, we can take this. I mean, it can't be another souls depleted. Yeah, that's not a problem. Let's do this. I mean, we're getting like 24 cuts back instantly, so we are only losing out or missing out on, yeah, like 30% extra elemental damage, which is actually like definitely a decent bit, especially for ice, I think. But I don't know how the impact on ice is. I think it just adds 30% to the base percentage that ice adds as damage on hit. Yeah, we can just go again. Like, I don't. We can just cash out and we have all our cards back nearly. Sadly, I know I can't take this. So it would have been worth to not go there and go here. Yeah, but that wasn't. I wasn't really capable of knowing that, I think. Yeah, I mean, you could have theoretically could have guessed it, but quite unlikely. I'm not aware of the like there may like actually be some probabilities that go up if you don't see something for a while. But I don't know. I don't know enough for that to be sure. So yeah. What do we have here? This is extra ice damage. I will take that. Let's increase our ice damage again. We are at 120, which is actually kind of weird. I think didn't we just get 10? I mean, how does that work? Oh, true, because I have the breastplate. That's what's adding. Forgot about that. And yes, just get these two. What I'm kind of wanting to get is a dragon fruit. But so far, it hasn't appeared. Okay, please get rid of the eye, get rid of you. Very nice. Wait, what? What is that? Huh? How can you exist? What happened to him? What? That's weird. How did he survive? That's crazy. I've never seen that. Enemies killed by gadgets explode. Actually, I want to get this item, but with a like teddy bomb build. I really want to see that. If that like goes crazy. So we need one green and two reds. Let's go to the time room. I know it's like not min-max at all, but I don't care. I need the cards. And if I do it later, I'm going to forget. So yeah, just do it now. Do. Yeah, what I hope is that they are adding like also more enemies that are like basically a bigger version of a normal enemy. So for example, like the big green yellow eyes, I feel like they're like a bigger version of the normal red eyes. Like maybe like doing that for the crawler would be cool. I don't think the alien needs it, but like also the teleporting guy, the scientist. They call them scientists. Are they? I don't know. Hmm. Okay, we have a boss. Wait, tag? Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm dead. Yeah, like got hit there really unnecessary. But that was fun. That was a lot of damage. Like just hitting a lot of segments. That's interesting. Happy heals, what do they exactly do? Okay, so they give you movement speed and but they convert more. Interesting. Hmm. Um yeah, we could get this. Let's just I don't know. And let's get two greens here and a nice upgrade. Yeah, it currently just feels like I really need the survivability. Because yeah, like my healing is just extra worse. It also feels like I'm taking more damage overall. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like I have normally I would regenerate like 2.7 HP a second. And with HP is time and time is HP, I only regenerate 1.7, which definitely is a considerable amount. So, damn, we just one-shot that guy. That's crazy. Yeah, also something that you should do if you're like mainly using the fan is throw out little bubbles that you then suck with the enemies at the same time. So they just get hit by them. Okay, thanks. Thought I saw a watcher, but there wasn't one. Arrow variant. Actually, I think I'm gonna try and play this a little bit more safe, as I can't heal, really. Also, I can't go to, yeah, like, if your natural region is hurt, then arrow variants and corruptions are definitely, you have to play them, I will say you have to play them more careful. Like, yeah, it's just something that you should do to stay safe and just not die. Yeah, just keep it in mind. Tax reduction. Also, I feel like the Watcher has a higher chance to spawn on these. Yeah, but that's just a feeling. Oh, we get a cloner. That's cool. Yeah, I can't upgrade my ice damage. Yeah, red and green it is. Actually, I think I want a second Earthshaker. I think that's definitely the best option here. I think that's just going to be a really big amount of damage. Okay, so currently if you look at the damage stat, we have nearly 200, and now we have 250. That is a crazy big increase. Yeah, this frenzy is quite annoying. It should be fine. Dude, chill. Also, if you're not confident at aiming your yo-yo's ult, you can just throw them at the ground, and they are going to, if the enemies are like somewhere where it can like relatively easily track them, then you're just gonna hit it. What did we get? Nice! That is really good. 200? Yeah, that was like a 25 damage increase. That's quite nice. Yeah, the hands are really annoying again. Yeah, like, I think I like already said it in a few videos. I think the hands could be maybe like nerfed a little, to not attach to that many enemies, because it often just feels kinda ridiculous. That is crazy amount of damage. Was it just stuck on that rooftop? Yeah, we don't have that many variants left. Dude, I haven't seen the snail enemy in a while. I don't know what it is. Freaking hands, man. Where is he going? very good. Would we take it Nah. Let's just go. Maybe. Yeah, I'm talking about the Watcher, by the way, if you're wondering. Um, because I'm like thinking about if I should take another Watcher. I think in this case, for example, I wouldn't take it anymore, as yeah, like a Souls depleted would be really bad, and losing max HP also is like it's quite a lot, and it's just would just be bad in our case. So I'm just not gonna do it. Was that 5k damage? Dude, what is this damage? We get an item. Green cards. Hmm. Oh, here. We just don't need it because we have the natural synergies. So in this case, fire rate is even more useless. So I'm just gonna take the Crown of Zeus. I can only get a lightning damage upgrade. And just get red and green. Very good. We have one more variant and then the big map. Dude. Yeah, I really need to like learn those grapples of like going up and then going basically as far as you can and then letting go of the button so that you have basically free control. But it might also be that that is like not that possible. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to release it. It's a really weird window. So yeah, that's really hard to do. Okay, nice. Let me try to show this like basically like that. So you have to release it like really cleanly to yeah, just go around that surface. Like I think the thing is like because it's like always different, it's obviously going to be like quite a bit more difficult. Okay. Deal damage. Yeah, we are dealing crazy amounts of damage. Why am I getting hit by that? Yeah, I'm healing too slow. Like, let's just heal like this. It's faster. And we also reset him. Yeah, resetting in this case isn't the best, but it gets the job done. They are not going to hit him. Like, no shot. He's dead, basically. Nice. Yeah, that was quite an easy run. Oh, and the golden axe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this run was maybe a little bit I explained a lot of things also, like how you can play the game and stuff. So yeah, I hope you learned something. Um, Maybe let's quickly talk about like what the potential of this build is, or like where the main potential comes from. So, I mean, we have a lot of items. We have a dragon fruit, so we just have a good amount of max HP. We have like the average is around 400 if you're taking green upgrades. So we are 160 basically, or like it's mostly a little bit more than 400, but we are like nearly like 100 above the average because of the dragon fruit, um, which is really good. And because we had got the Earthshaker really early and took it over the golden axe, um, we are now rewarded for it because we are overall getting more out of our choice of choosing like the scaling option. Um, yeah, and then we obviously have the natural synergy of the lightning string and ice on the yo-yo, which gives us a freeze, and the freeze, and then we also got like a decent amount of crit chance. We have a 54% crit chance because like even though you it seems like you always crit on frozen enemies. The thing is, you can basically crit on top. um so the crit from the frozen is not equal to the normal crit, because you can like normally crit on top of that, and that is because we also got the extra crit damage. It's just going to be giga damage. The normal crit damage doesn't buff frost crit, but works on your normal crits, and so we just dealt like a crazy amount of damage. And yeah, that was like basically everything that we needed, and then the rest was just like on top. Um, Also, what I like, what I just noticed is that the hourglass should actually heal us by a decent bit, to be honest. It definitely should, but it didn't. Um, I think I'm going to maybe like try and look into this in the while editing this, but I felt like it didn't really healed me. Um, because I personally think it should, because it adds to your timer. Um, so yeah, I'm going to ask that. And yeah, that's I think this was a really good run. Um, yeah, this one in the end was kind of carried by RNG, but I think it still kind of shows how it's important to play around the Watcher early to get like a really good run. If you don't play around the Watcher, overall your runs are going to be harder because you don't have like an early boost of a crazy item, because getting like a good outcome on the Watcher is more likely than getting a bad one. So overall, if you take like 3 or 4 early Watchers, you're going to have like maybe like, let's say, 2 good outcomes and 2 bad outcomes, but the bad outcomes don't really hurt you at all. Um, yeah, so the good outcomes are basically free, which is just going to give you a really nice start. Yeah, that's it for this video. And yeah, I hope you had fun watching. And that's it for today. Goodbye. That was a very long goodbye. Anyways, goodbye.